Today we are going to make a tin can pencil holder or pen holder, either one. You will need a metal can, a piece of fabric, a Mod Podge or watered down Elmer's glue, either a foam brush or a wide bristled paintbrush, a ball of cotton string, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. If you already have a kit from the library, you do not need to do the first step. If you do not have a kit from the library and you want to use your own fabric, you will need to measure the can with the cotton string. You want to wrap it around so that there's a little bit of overlap, like a quarter to half an inch. It doesn't have to be exact. And then you will cut that piece of string. You also want to measure the height of the can, which will become the width of your fabric. And cut that. You will then use the ruler to measure the lengths of your string. And mine is about 10 inches long. And then the width of the can, or height of the can, is about 4.5 inches long. Okay? So then you will use those measurements to cut out your fabric. Once that's all set, you'll take your Mod Podge and paint half of the can. Don't be afraid to use quite a bit because you want it to stick, and it will, when it dries, it will not show. Okay. Then you want to make sure that your fabric is oriented the way that you want the design to be before you start. Use the bottom of the can as your guide for making sure that it's straight. As long as you keep it lined up with the bottom of the can and smooth the top as you go, it should come out even. Just kind of work it around, smoothing as you go. When you get to where there's no glue, you want to stop and add more glue. I didn't end up going actually all the way halfway around. I think I only went about a third of a round. But that's okay. Just do a little bit at a time. That way you don't get the glue on your fingers. And then just keep adding more as you need it. I think I missed a spot. Okay. Back up a little bit here, make sure. If the glue comes through the fabric, that's perfectly fine. Again, that will dry. And it will help it to stick. I'm using a glossy coat Mod Podge because after it dries, we're going to coat it with the Mod Podge again to help it harden. When you get to the end, we're going to take some of the glue and put it on the fabric that's already been put down. And then overlap that. There. It's still wet, so you still have time to make any adjustments that you need to, but I think I'm pretty good. I want to try to make sure that there's not a lot of wrinkles. There. Okay. I'm going to set this here, and I'll come back and finish in about 30 minutes because we're going to let that can dry for 30 minutes. Okay, now that our can has hardened or dried, we want to take some more of the glue and go all over the outside of the can and fabric again. This will help the fabric to harden and will give it a protective layer. So I'm not going to go all the way around right now because sorry. Because you don't really want to watch me do the whole way around, right? Okay. So the other thing you can do if you have a little bit of fabric at the top like I do that's extra, is you can go around the inside of the rim of the can and then push that down all the way around. Another option, if you have a grown-up helping you, once everything hardens, is to take an X-Acto knife and cut around the rim, but you need to have the grown-up do that for you. Okay. Once you have the glue all the way around, if this is optional, you can take some ribbon and glue that to the rim, or around the rim. And the same at the bottom. You can take another piece and glue that at the bottom. Then after that, it's entirely up to you. You can add some glitter, some buttons, stickers, any other kinds of decorations that you have around the house. You can add to that. And I'm going to pause this and show you what mine looks like when it's all done and dry. And there we have my finished pencil can. I have a pen I can put in it. Oops. I'll try to put my pen in it. And there you go. And you can put scissors in it, brushes in it, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be pencils. So there you go. Got the ribbon on. You can see how, because I use the glossy Mod Podge, it's a little shiny coating on it. But again, the Elmer's glue would work just as fine. It's not quite dry. But there you go. Make sure to post your pictures of your finished cans to our Facebook page. Valley Falls Library Facebook page, so we can see what you did. All right, have fun.